You ever stumble upon an old photo that just stops you in your tracks? Well, that's exactly what happened here. This isn't just a picture of a boat, you know? It's like a doorway to a memory from almost a decade ago, a trip to the small islands near Phu Quoc. So let's take that journey back together.
And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? That powerful rush when something from the past doesn't just feel remembered, it feels present again. We're not talking about some fleeting thought here. These are memories with real weight, memories you can almost reach out and touch.
And that number is so important. 9 years. I mean, we're not talking about last summer's vacation. Think about how much can change in 9 years. Not just in our own lives, but in the places we visit. A destination can be completely transformed in that amount of time.
So what was the spark? Well, in a very modern kind of twist, it was social media. It was a collection of old photos from a stand-up paddleboarding tour, just rediscovered on Facebook, that basically acted as a time machine, pulling the author right back to this very specific moment.
Okay, so the setting for this whole memory is a place called Mong Tay Island. The trip happened over a 3-day tour during the Lunar New Year, which is a big time for celebration, and that just adds another layer of magic to the whole thing. It was a journey by a simple local boat to a quiet, almost hidden corner of the world.
So what was this place actually like 9 years ago? Well, the memories paint this picture of an almost perfect, totally untouched paradise. Let's dig into the details.
The island was tucked away in this natural bay, which protected it from any rough waves. That meant the water was just calm and unbelievably clear. Even with boats going by, the sea stayed smooth as glass. And, to top it all off, the sunsets were apparently spectacular, just painting the sky in these brilliant oranges and reds. And this, right here, is the crucial point. The author makes it really clear that this was a truly quiet and natural place, a world away from the super-developed, bustling tourist spots we might be more familiar with today. It was like a little glimpse of something pure, something totally untouched.
But you know, a place is always more than just its landscape. The really unforgettable memories, they're often about the life we encounter there. So let's shift to the people and the animals that made this trip so special. On a neighboring island, our author was welcomed by a small fishing family. And get this, it was 3 generations living together, grandparents, parents, and their kids. That just speaks to this deep sense of community and connection to the place, doesn't it?
And then, there was this one simple moment that became totally unforgettable. It all started with a fishing boat pulling up to the island.
The owner of the boat hops out into the shallow water to make his way to shore. A completely normal, everyday action, right? But what happened next? Well, that was anything but ordinary.
Without a second's hesitation, the man's dog just leaped into the water right after him, swimming with total confidence. This simple, heartwarming scene became this huge highlight, and it just perfectly captured the unique character of the island and how at home these dogs were in the water. It's amazing.
That one little moment with the dog gives us a peek into the bigger rhythm of life on the island, a life built around simple pleasures, the sea, and a really strong sense of community.
So, mornings were for gliding along the coastline on a paddleboard. Afternoons, you'd spend those submerged in a whole other world, snorkeling among colorful fish and coral. Then, as evening came, the freshest seafood you can possibly imagine was caught and prepared by the local fishermen. And the day would end with everyone just gathering together, their songs carrying out over the water. Just perfect. There was this beautiful duality to life there. During the day, it was all about your own personal connection with nature, paddling, swimming, fishing. But when night fell, the focus shifted inward, to connecting with each other. The island transformed from a place of quiet solitude into a space of shared joy and community.
And what's really cool is you could see the very beginnings of a gentle, sustainable kind of tourism popping up. Local fishermen weren't just living off the sea, they were starting to share it, offering simple meals and tours from their small floating cages and fishing farms. It was a truly local, grassroots kind of economy.
So why does a simple 3-day trip from 9 years ago leave such a deep and lasting impression? What is it that makes certain memories, immune to fading?
It really just boils down to these 3 core things. The natural environment was unspoiled and beautiful. The people were genuinely kind and welcoming, and the way of life was just refreshingly simple. That's a powerful combination, and it's getting rarer and rarer, which is maybe why it's so hard to forget.
And here, in the author's own words, you really see the takeaway. This wasn't just a vacation. It was a formative experience. It shaped their whole relationship with the ocean and became this foundational piece of their personal journey.
And that leaves us with this final thought. In an age of perfectly planned itineraries and Instagram-ready photo ops, what is the true worth of an experience that is simple, spontaneous, and totally unscripted? Maybe it's in those unplanned moments that we find the memories that truly, truly last.